If you're noticing every time you drink your coffee, you're feeling tired and sluggish later, but you have a very clean diet, it could be because of your coffee, okay? The ones in America, we get a lot of beans that other countries say, does not cut our standards. We're gonna send it over to America. You're listening to Wake Up and Read the Labels, your guide to eating simple and feeling good. If you want to eat clean and feel your best, guess what? You're in the right place. Each week, we talk about ingredients that may be holding you back from feeling your best. We also talk to some brands that are going against the grain and actually using real ingredients we can recognize. Plus, we're sharing stories with people who are just like you, who actually woke up and read the labels. Welcome to Wake Up and Read the Labels podcast. My name's Jen Smiley, and if you're joining me this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, odds are you probably had a cup of coffee to start your day, right? When I work with clients, they're always like, Jen, I have to start my day with coffee. Some people are literally dragging to the coffee machine, while others, maybe they are drinking water. Ching ching, that's what you should do before your cup of coffee. But today's episode is going to be a dive into what to avoid in coffees. Why does your coffee taste so bad without creamer? And the clean coffee brands that don't have any pesticides, that are tested for mold and toxins, and the ones that you should be using every morning. We're going to dive into those, okay? Do you know what's really in your coffee? And I'm saying, okay, if you drink coffee often, you need a ton of creamer just to combat that taste, right? And then some of you likely feel jittery afterwards. There is a reason why, and it's because of your coffee quality. A lot of industrial processes can expose you to both mold and mycotoxins, which have adverse effects on your health. Someone sent me this message once, and I thought I should share it. They're like, listen, I wake up every day and I use an espresso pod, and they want to know, Jen, is this espresso pod clean or is it not clean? First things first, Nespresso pods are little plastic cups, okay? And people are putting in their K-cups, things like that. You have to start to just use common sense. What is happening? It's literally running hot water close to boiling over that plastic, right? So now you're getting plastics into your coffee. So not only you're drinking moldy coffee or you're drinking pesticide coffee, but now you're also drinking plastic. You guys, you got to go back to basics. If you're going to use K-cups, look on Amazon and just grab one of those stainless steel K-cups and then put your clean coffee in it, okay? That's what you need to do. Coffee should just be coffee. It should not have added mold, should not have toxins. And guess what? This stuff is not displayed on a coffee label. It's something people don't even think about when they're at the coffee shop or when they're picking up a bag for the grocery. But for our label readers out there, people that want to feel good eating foods they love, they dive into the label. They understand how it is roasted. They understand what's really inside, okay? Are you wanting to eat better, but this clean eating thing's just a bit overwhelming? Maybe you just don't know what to cook, or you don't know how to find the clean product swaps at the grocery store. Well, I want to make this simple for you. You can get clean swaps and an anti-inflammatory recipe delivered to your inbox every Saturday by going to thelabelletter.com. Now, if you're noticing every time you drink your coffee, you're feeling tired and sluggish later, but you have a very clean diet, it could be because of your coffee, okay? The ones in America, the ones made here, we get a lot of beans that other countries say, it does not cut our standards. We're going to send it down. We're going to send it over to America, okay? Now, if a coffee company is testing for mold and toxins, and if they don't use pesticides, they're going to scream literally from the mountaintops. They're going to be like, you guys, our coffee is clean. Our coffee is triple tested. Our coffee does not contain pesticides. They're going to put that stuff up there. Okay. Consuming these mold and toxins can make you feel jittery, like some people notice shakes after. And then you know that really nasty, bitter taste in your coffee? If you're drinking coffee, and you need tons of sugar, tons of creamer. You need to turn it completely white. Most people don't realize that all those creamers, first of all, have fillers, gums, emulsifier, ingredients we can't digest that leave you bloated. But a lot of you are drinking tainted coffee, and that's why it tastes really bad. Once you start getting clean coffee, you're going to realize, wow, now I see why people can drink just a straight up cup of black coffee. Okay. So if you wake up in the morning and you crave that creamy thick of coffee, yet you walk into your closet, you're upset none of your pants fit, maybe you're running to the bathroom, you're dealing with IBS too, the coffee, mold and toxins, plus your artificial and complex creamers, it ain't helping the situation, y'all. Now, let's get back to some ways to figure out if your coffee's been tested for mold and toxins. Here's the confusing part, okay? This is highly confusing. Organic coffees can be both mold free or they can contain mold. Buying organic coffee doesn't mean it's been tested for mycotoxins. It means the coffee beans have been certified organic, which means it's not going to have any pesticides. So you see organic, no pesticides, but it doesn't tell you anything about mold and toxins, okay? Several coffee brands are known for testing their products for mold and toxins and pesticides to ensure that they have high quality and, you guessed it, safe coffee, okay? Many of these brands are committed to organic or special standards, and they take extra special care to source their beans from reputable farmers with strict quality control. Here are a few brands that are recognized for testing their coffee for mold toxins and pesticides. Get ready, get your pens, write this down, okay? Look them up on the internet. Number one, Purity Coffee. It's a premium coffee brand. They test for mold toxins, pesticides. They're committed to being mycotoxin free coffee. They have lab reports available that show their coffee is free from common contaminants. It's also organic, okay? And they emphasize something that is very, very important for the benefit to really extract the benefits from the coffee. So here's what they do, you guys. They emphasize the importance of roasting at optimal levels, which preserve antioxidants in their coffee, and they minimize the risk of contaminants. Okay, purity. Number two, Kion coffee, Kion. It's another high quality one. They test for mycotoxins. They ensure with lab testing to verify their product is free from mold and toxins. It's also organic, and Kion has a focus on delivering clean energy without chemical or additives. So if that's your thing. Another one, Life Boost Coffee. Life Boost has been on my podcast. And I love it because it's low acid. So if you struggle from acid, reflux, GI issues, you want to be looking for a low acid, mycotoxin free bean. Life Boost is it. Okay. They source their beans at high altitudes. That means that there's not much humidity up there. It reduces the risk of mold growth. They're tested for toxins, pesticides, mold, and before they roast it, okay, which is good. It makes a great choice for everyone seeking another clean coffee. Okay, another one, number 4, Coffee for Wellness. It provides a variety of coffee options that are tested for pesticides, mold, and toxins. They focus on high quality organic beans that are cultivated and processed without synthetic chemicals, and they go under laboratory testing to ensure there's no harmful contaminants. Another one, number 5, Bulletproof. Love this one because they were actually on the podcast as well. They're great because they do all the testing. They source their beans from specialty farms. They're super transparent for mycotoxin free, all the things. But the really cool thing about Bulletproof is that it's available at almost every grocery. Just Google Bulletproof store locator, put in your zip code, and you'll find it, y'all. Another one, Tribal Life. They are focused on clean organic coffee that's tested for all these things again. And then they're using the third-party testing, which is great, right? So no mold, toxins, or pesticides in tribal life. Stumptown, some of their varieties, okay? So not all of them are marketed as tested for mycotoxins, but they do offer coffee that is organic and meets high standards for quality. Stumptown works with farmers who use sustainable practices and are committed to reducing the risk of contaminants in their beans, though specific testing may vary by batch. So if you see Stumptown, like I know when I go to some cities where one time I went to Portland, I think Stumptown might have started there, but I have no idea. Just remembering maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But if I were walking around and I saw a Stumptown coffee shop, I would be like, all right, we're going to go there because I know some of their stuff is clean, right? At least they're trying. Clean eating is confusing. Let's make it simple. I got you covered with my new Read the Labels app. Just head to the App Store, search for Read the Labels app, and start scanning your groceries to see if they're clean or not clean. Another one is Volcanica coffee. Volcanica. This is number 8. They have a single origin coffee, and some of which are tested for mycotoxins and pesticides. Again, they're sourced from higher elevation areas that have fewer issues with mold, and they focus on high quality beans. Number 9, organic coffee. Ooh, it's a good name. Organic coffee sells organic coffee that's free from your synthetic chemicals, and their beans are tested for mold and pesticides. They focus on sustainability and source beans that from farmers that follow the organic and eco-friendly practices. How does this work? It works mold testing. We're going to go through mold testing, pesticide testing, and toxin testing, okay? Mold testing is a concern because it produces harmful mycotoxins. Reputable coffee brands test for these mycotoxins, which again are toxins produced by mold to ensure their coffee is safe. Pesticide testing. It means organic coffee beans are grown without pesticides. However, even organic have to be tested as an additional layer of safety because sometimes, if you got your organic beans next to your not organic, the air can share, okay? Toxin. This is really special when a coffee brand goes the extra mile to test for a variety of toxins, including heavy metals that might be present due to environmental contamination. Okay. When choosing a coffee brand that is testing for mold, toxins, and pesticides, it's always good to look for third-party testing reports. Like, does it say organic? Does it say fair trade? Does it say specialty grade? That confirms that the coffee is free from harmful contaminants. Now, all of this is not attainable, you guys, without a clean eating lifestyle. You got to understand which foods are made with real ingredients. You can't just have clean coffee and expect your inflammation to just get so much better, right? Or reach your health goals or sleep better, things like that. This is a little piece to your puzzle. It's easy to change one thing like your coffee, but you need to do a good job or you won't see your results. You need to do everything. You'll see a difference in your bloat, maybe your energy for the first part of your day after your coffee. But to get full benefits and effects of clean eating, you got to understand what you're doing in your breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts, when you go out to eat. These are things we teach inside of our program at Wake Up and Read the Labels. If you need to know what's really inside of your food at the grocery, head to the App Store and download the Read the Labels app. You can scan your items, see if they're clean or not clean. Before drinking your next cup of Joe, do a little research. See if you can figure out if they have mold and toxins. If you can't and you just save the time and grab a bag that does test for it, you'll be better off. Again, this is just some information that has helped thousands of people tremendously. And if you want an anti-inflammatory recipe delivered to your inbox every Saturday, go to thelabelletter.com. Thanks for listening to this episode of Wake Up and Read the Labels. If you like this episode, guess what? We want you to share it. We'd love that. Share it with a friend and leave us a review. You can subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or really wherever you're listening to your podcast. For more information, visit us at wakeupandreadthelabels.com.